Today's Toy Spot, we're having a look at the Avengers concept series Rocket Grenade Captain America. Captain America features a pop-up blaster shield, or pop-up blast shield. There's a try me button right here. Can't really try too much of it because the plastic gets in the way, but we'll solve that problem soon enough. Up at top, we've got the picture of the Avengers. There's also a hair that just flew by. That didn't come with the package. Spot decided to include that. On the back of the package, a picture of the figure, as well as other figures you can get in this set. We have Thor, we have Iron Man, and Hawkeye. Figure, of course, has a launching missile. Of course it does. Of course it does. The read-up says it wasn't just Dr. Erskine's serum, I totally botched that, I'm sorry, that made Steve Rogers unstoppable on the battlefield. He also had an access to the most advanced technology in the world. You can also go to www.marvel.com or hasbro.com/Avengers. What I am going to do is take a bit of a break. I'm going to get this opened up, and when we come back, we're going to get a better look at Rocket Grenade Captain America. Stay tuned, guys. There's definitely more on the way. And quickly having a look at the gimmick that comes with Captain America. He comes with I want to say it's a rocket launcher of sorts. Comes with a handle at the back, a handle in the front that can rotate down. There's a little button there to fire the missile. And then there's this. I don't know, based on the picture it looked like it was supposed to lock into place. It doesn't though. So you can either just hold it or it's just going to sit loose. I don't know, kind of weak. Does have a missile though. We'll peg that into place. Oh, hey, there we go. At least now, okay. At least it stays in the spot. Okay, now I'm not so worried. There's a button on the back. Fire it off, and once again that becomes loose. That's not such a big deal. Now, what I mentioned before in the other Avengers toy reviews? This is, it's kind of hokey. This gimmick. Clearly it's intended for children, but if you wanted to and use your imagination, you could pretend like it's a weapon, a super weapon created by the government. The Avengers have to protect it from the evil forces that seek to take over the world. You see, just like that, you use your imagination, and then you can have so much fun. Moving that aside, Captain America also does come with his token shield. I like the nice metallic color on the red and on the blue there. It definitely stands out, and it's not just a basic paint coloring. There's the clip there that you can peg the shield into his hand or into his wrist. Either side, it doesn't really matter. Whatever side you prefer your shield on, Captain America, you can have it that way. If you wanted to, too, you can also rotate it around, and you can have Captain holding his shield like that. Or you could take that same peg. Oh, and I would normally say you could have pegged it into his back like you could with the other Captain America figure. No such luck. So I guess maybe they just reuse the same shield idea. So it's pretty much clip or nothing, my friends. That's about all you're going to get. Looking at the figure itself, having not collected the Captain America figures from the movie, I can't honestly tell you if this is just simply a repack of a Captain America figure. It very well might be. In fact, that face looks very familiar. The face itself is pretty good. There is, yes, of course, some paint issues. You can see in the eyes especially. That paint has definitely bled into poor Cap's eyes. Not luckily in his eyes yet, but it's getting there pretty close. He's also got himself the chin strap going on there. The helmet isn't removable, it's just one piece of plastic, which is alright. An ongoing complaint that I've heard, at least, is that some of these some of these Avenger figures have pretty bad quality in the way of paint. So I would say whatever figure you decide to get, check a couple of them to make sure that you guys grab the right one. Some of them are a little worse than others. I noticed a couple of the Captain Americas here even had blue running down the side of his cheek. And I thought, oh really? As you can see, he's got some blue from his top uniform on his neck. From the neck down though, it's not too bad. I don't really see a lot of glaring issues. There is a little bit of the brown that's bled into the white. But for the most part, it's pretty good. I like the texture that they've put in the uniform. You can even see that there is individual fibers or individual textures of the costume right there. Spot may or may not get hate for this, but I really didn't like the costume that Captain America was wearing in the movie. It seemed just a little too comic book convention, some kid made it at home kind of costume. I don't know, it just seemed a little off to me. I think I like the first Avengers Captain America suit a little bit more. If there's anybody that agrees with Spot, do let me know, so I don't feel like I'm so by myself on this one. Amongst the blue and the white and red, there's of course the brown in the belt. He's got a side holster. Unfortunately, the gun has just been painted brown as well, but I guess you could say, well, it's a brown handle, and he's got brown boots. Some real paint issues. Unfortunately, right around here, I got some brown that's all over the pants too, but oh well. In the way of Captain America's articulation, he has a ball-jointed head. He has ball-jointed shoulders, or actually he has a pin and socket shoulder. He has rotation in the arm, a bend at the elbow, nothing in the wrists, nothing in the waist, and then he's got that real awkward hinge in the leg. So the leg will bend out, but you kind of have to rotate the leg to get that hinge around, which I don't know if I'm going to be able to see if I can do it on this one. They're not the easiest. You have to basically rotate that hinge around so then the legs will move back and forth, and then rotate that hinge again to move them out. He also does have a bend at the knee. Leg rotates in the lower leg area, and it doesn't look like there's any articulation in the boot. It's not a bad Captain America. Again, part of me feels like this is just simply a repack, slight repaint. Maybe it's not even a repaint at all. It's just a repack of a Captain America First Avenger figure that they've decided just to package as an Avenger figure as well. Which also brings up not a rant. I don't really want to turn this into a rant, but something I brought up during the Iron Man figure reviews was the fact that when I went into Toys R Us where I picked up this particular figure, it was marked down. It was initially about 10, I think it was about $10.50, $10.67 for the figure. It was marked down to about $8. Not a bad price, but then the only problem is next door to it was Captain America figures and Iron Man figures from the previous movies that they were trying to clear out. Now, Captain America figures next door, I think were about $6. So there's about a $2 difference between getting this Captain America from the Avengers and getting a Captain America from the movie line from, what, a year or so ago. It certainly begs the question. I don't know if Hasbro really had any idea that some retail stores would still be stocking their figures, but I would say they could have done something a little bit different to the Avengers Captain America here that was different than the first Avenger Captain America figures, because I don't know about you, aside from wanting to review these for you and show you some of the toys that have come out for Avengers, if I was to get a Captain America figure, I might be more inclined to want to get just the first Avenger toys because they are cheaper. And you can pretty much get like the same figures. You know, a different variety, but a lot of them probably are going to be similar anyways. You guys can let me know your thoughts down below on what you guys feel about this line. Do you feel as if it's worth getting some of these figures, or in the case of Iron Man and Captain America, if you're one Avengers, would you just shell out less and get the much cheaper movie lines from the previous years and save on getting these? I don't know if Hasbro has shot themselves in the foot by releasing these at a time that retail stores might still have their product. Who's to say? In the meantime, the rocket grenade, Captain America here, it's not a bad figure. The paint could have been a little bit better. Whoops, and I just banged the camera. I think Spot's going to give this guy a 6.5. Let me know down below your thoughts on this line, and again, let me know your thoughts down below on clearance discount toys versus the recent movie properties. Which would you rather get? In the meantime, today's Toy Spot, we were certainly having a look at more Avengers toys. And today's Toy Spot, we were having a look at the Avengers Rocket Grenade Captain America. Thanks for watching, guys. See you guys next time.